first, my best friend was living in California, and he's like, "Yo, we need somebody for our company that's LEED certified. It's leadership in energy and environmental design. This is when eco-friendly shit was huge, and I did shitty in school, so I was like, fuck it, let me test myself. Spent 4 or 5 months studying for this test, failed. You couldn't take it. You had to wait 3 months. So I had to wait another 3 months, failed. Wait another 3 months. I finally passed. So like a year of my life to take this test. I moved to California, and now I have no money because I was just doing this test. I get hired. I get a crib. A week later, my boss comes in. He's like, "Yeah, I don't need you no more." So that was my first taste of just like no one gives a shit about you. And then I'm in California with no money. So I go to Craigslist and I get a job selling door-to-door lighting and windows. Zero salary, 100% commission.
Wow.
Compton, Beverly Hills, Inland Empire.
All over the place.
Dude, there'd be days I'd drive 240 miles. No one would fucking open the door. It was the wildest up and down, but I've always been like a people person. Like I was social sharing shit. This just refined my skill set because it's like, imagine going to an appointment, and this is when people imagine if they opened up the door. You're in the fucking hood in Compton, and then you leave and you're with some bougie ass older woman in Beverly Hills, and then you go to the fucking Inland Empire and you're with a couple Latinos. So it's like I was just thrown into situations that I normally wouldn't be thrown into, and you're kind of like locked in this cage, and I'm sitting on the couch. I'm sitting on the couch in Compton, and I'm just like, yo, I'm just sitting them through my sales presentation. This is how much money you're going to save in this, and I had this whole fucking racket. I go back to my car. It was this whole crazy thing. And I truthfully think in all things in life, ultimately, sales is like the most important thing, whether you're doing it or whether your partner's doing it. And sales could be just people liking you. Like that would just have been weird if I walked in here and you and me didn't fuck with each other. You would have just found a way to get the fuck rid of me or something. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I learned a lot about sales, and then I moved back to the East Coast because I was like, fuck it, this life ain't for me. And I had this idea to start this World DJ League, and it was like branding DJing as a sport. The DJs were the players.
Okay. Interesting. It was like gaming, but for DJs.
Dude, it was a brilliant idea. The management companies were the teams, the venues were the stadiums. Long story short, spent about a year doing this idea. My business partner came from a pretty wealthy family. We got a $500,000 LOI. And for people listening, LOI is letter of intent. It's like if you do this, we give you this money. He goes to Colorado for the weekend. I get a call on Monday. Passed away.
Wow.
To this day, people don't know. I have an inkling, but so then I was back. I lost the money, back at ground zero. And then I kind of trickled into eventually to this hat company where I ended up touring the U.S. And then I met Timmy. And then
what's the deal with the hat company?
The hat company sold 75% to Olakai like 2-3 years ago. The founder was actually just on my podcast last week. Okay. And
they just sell hats. That's all they do.
Premium hats, like nice fucking hats. And I learned so much from them. Those are guys that I love forever. But I mean, dude, I was at this point, I'm 34 now. I was 28. I had no fucking money. And then I learned about taxes the hard way. So, I mean, when I was 28, I was heavy in the fucking negative. And then I was told I wasn't worth $3,500. I got it fucking tattooed.
Yeah, I saw that on your Instagram. That's a pretty sick story.
Yeah, I mean, basically, keep in mind too, bro, I was fresh off a weekend of fucking working in the office by myself. And I'm the number 3 at this company by my fucking self. And I had a small amount of equity in the company, and we talked Monday, and I'm like, yo, can I get a raise? And I was $3,500. It's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm fucking, and it's all different, 35, 25, whatever it is. It's different in different markets and different places. But I mean, at this point, I was a doer, and I was, strategy and vision. I was a people person. I was definitely worth more. And he straight up was just like, no, you're not worth it. And we've since mended it. But like, dude, I said in my caption that shit, like, life is hard, business is hard. Whatever the fuck you need to do to get you ramped up for anything in life, a podcast, a fucking meeting, anything, like, my intentions on what I want to do in this world are different now, but like that, like hatred and like prove them wrong type shit, that definitely got me to kind of this other side of freedom.
It'll change everything,
dude.
So you got the 3,500 tatted on your wrist there, and it has the infinity right underneath it.
Yeah, and then he was on the podcast. We mended it. He brought a famous tattoo artist on set, Franco Vescovi, and they added an infinity sign to, like,
that's crazy.
Say it's worth more. It's funny then I got this fucking chain right on it too. So I just look at it. I got all these little fucking
Yeah.
silly ass tattoos. They all mean like a lot to me though. I'm half Jewish too. My mom's fucking going nuts over this shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
She
you
doesn't
can't
like
you
it?
can't get buried in like a cemetery.
Oh, really?
Apparently not.
Huh. Interesting.
I'm
You can
going-
just get cremated, throw you in the ocean. You
At
know,
that
whatever
point,
works.
at that point, I think I'm done.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, you're dead anyways, so like,
yeah.
what difference does it make?
I don't even know, but yeah, she's not happy about that. But yeah, I really like these little tattoos. And yeah, the Melon thing. The name of the company is called Melon. It's a great hat for anybody listening. If you want a great, the best fucking hat, it's called
Comfortable?
Melon. Oh, bro, I've had this hat for like fucking years. It's got
That's crazy.
It's got moisture wicking on the inside, a hidden stash pocket. It comes in
No
a
way.
box.
Wow.
Look at this. I'm fucking slanging these hats. Fucking 10 years later.
Yeah, exactly.
I got the
Can't get rid of
features
it.
down, the
Can't get
moisture
rid of
wicking.
it.
Holy shit! Certificate of authenticity. I remember all that shit.
So tell me more about Iconic because it's really cool. I believe how I found you was a couple of weeks ago. I was scrolling through Instagram and one of the ads came up on my Instagram.
Hey,
And I
got you,
was like-
motherfucker.
Yeah,
Got you.
Exactly. And I was like, oh, this is sick. And it was, I think it was the giant camouflage one, and it said something about like the only way to
Stand out is
stand
not,
out
not
is not
fit in.
fitting in.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is sick. Let me check this out because I'm really big on like decorating, as you can see by the man cave. Like I like off the wall decoration type stuff. I just finished this place and now we have the office that has a bunch of blank walls and I'm trying to figure out what to do with it. So I go through the site and I'm looking, I'm like, this shit is dope. Like everything, because I'm huge on the motivational stuff as well. And that's a lot of what you guys do. Most of the stuff is themed around like, you know, creativity and motivating, just by looking at it, like, you know, whatever you need to hear that day. If you put enough of those things in your house, you'll just constantly be surrounded by these messages of motivation, you know, hard work beats talent, progress over perfection. And I think it'd be sick to have it all throughout the office and have everyone that I'm surrounded with see the same messages. So I was like, okay, I'm going to check this out. I sent a message. I'm like, hey, let's work together, whatever. You responded right away. And it just so happened to be that you're in Arizona. So I was like, sick, let's get this set up. Let's have you on the podcast, everything. So I would love to know like more about how you, you know, you already told me like where you got the idea for starting the company.
Mm-hmm.
Once you had the idea, how did you put everything into motion and make it as successful as it is today? Like what was that like?
Hard fucking work. That's first and foremost. I think there's no one successful that didn't work hard. Obviously, you work smart as hell. People are like, oh, working smarter is. You have to work smart and you work hard. So working hard was first and foremost. I think being super self-aware. I am a fucking idiot at 99.99% of things in this world. Like I said, I can't ride a bike. I don't know what fucking block I live on. I'm an idiot. But what I'm good at, I'm going to fucking destroy you in.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Biz dev, you know, digital marketing, brands, sales, vision, finding the right people, incentivizing the right people. So being super self-aware, and then I was super self-aware, Jeff was super self-aware, and just everything as it comes and goes, we're just bringing on the right people and filling the right holes. And I think there's a secondary function to being self-aware, and that's having no ego. Like I'm always here to learn. Like you could tell already how we're talking. I'm asking you questions. Oh, where'd you find this? How'd you do this? What are you doing here? Always being passionately curious. That's always been the common theme. Having like a growth mindset, and that runs uniform throughout my whole entire organization. Mm-hmm. Everybody is reading books. Everybody is sharing information because everybody wants to get smart. Everybody wants to get better. The better we get, the better the company does, the better everybody else does. And then lastly, my business partner. I'm blessed with. I think we have the greatest partnership of all time. I've known him for 10 years. Crazy story is the shit happened so fast that they needed our EIN number. And for people listening, EIN is like your tax identification number.
Yeah, business social security, pretty much.
Exactly. So we use my LLC because we just wanted to start. And we're like, fuck this shit. Dude, we did millions of dollars under my EIN. So I own the whole company with no operating agreement, nothing.
Wow, that's crazy.
And his parents were like, yo, like, who the fuck is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we were
this guy?
We were just going fast. And it was just an unwavering trust. And then it's just, we just have the same core values. Like he works hard, I work hard. He does what he does, the creative side. I do what I do on the business side. And he knows me so well that he knows that, like, hypothetically, if I did no work today and I did 10 of these podcasts, he knows at this point now what the fuck goes on in these podcasts.
Right.
You and me are homies now. We might do fucking, I'm going to help you. You're going to help me. You're going to get the art. I'm going to get all these fucking things. You're going to plug me. You're going to plug me with this guy, fucking Sports Frames, whatever his name is. So he gets it. I think there's that. And then got to love what you do.
Yep.
If you don't love what you do,
you're not gonna last.
You're not gonna last, man. You gotta
the
be.
Money's not gonna do it for you at some point.
You gotta be a fucking psycho to do the shit that we do. That if you don't love it, it's just like there's days where you're gonna be up super early. There's days where you're gonna be up late. There's days you're gonna miss things. Weekends. For me, I don't even know what the fuck the weekend is, bro.
Right.
It's all
just
it's
one
just
continuous
all one
flow of days.